A lot of things you have already known to you. Now only you will be merging all your knowledge and you will be understanding this particular system. That is radar. So you must have heard this word radar many times, and you would have seen even ISRO is there in Bangalore. You can go ahead, you can find a similar kind of thing you will find onto the somewhere at the top of some building. Small radars also you can see, which is used for satellite, for where satellite dish TV is there. There you can see small radars are there. So basically, what is a radar? So the purpose of radar is radio detection and ranging. That makes it. It's a you can say acronym where RA means radio, D means detection, A is and R is ranging. So radio here means we are talking about radio waves, radio frequencies we are talking about. Detection, we are going to extract some information about the signals when it comes back to us as a received signal after we have targeted our radio waves towards a particular object, and after reflecting that object when it comes back, we are detecting lot of information about that object. That is detection. And ranging, ranging is basically explaining you how far the object is from you, how much distance it is there. So based on that information, we actually gather a lot of information. So here, at different, depending upon the applications, the radar are being designed and placed also. Somewhere it is placed at the top of the building, somewhere it is placed at the floor. So it's all depends on the application. Now, if you look at this picture is a radar, right? Now, what is radar? Radar is having, if you see here, we are having a probe, this probe, right? This probe is there. This is also the receiving part. So these two together gathers lot of information. Then you can see we are having a disk. This disk is basically circular. You can say it's a part of a sphere. Now you know when you slice a sphere, part of it is there, so naturally it will be having a curvature, right? Now this curvature and of what material this entire dish should be made also depends upon what kind of frequency we are using and for what application we are going to use. So when you design this entire radar, this is basically, have you seen this earlier somewhere? I'm using the term radar. Have you seen this somewhere? Last semester? It is also called as antenna, right? Remember? So now if I am using the term radar, then I am using the term antenna. What does it mean? Antenna is a part of radar, because what radar is doing, radar is collecting all the data received by the antenna and then further processing it and giving the data about that particular target. That means detection and ranging is also happening after receiving the signal, or to send the signal towards the radar. We are using all this information and sending it back. So antenna is just collecting the information, where radar is, after collecting, we are doing the processing. So antenna always is a part of a radar. Now you must have seen this green light in movies also. They show that this green line is blinking and it's moving in a circular part. This is how the radar looks like. Now here sometimes you will find the object is blurred, sometimes it is bright. So when you are targeting towards a particular when the signal is been sent towards the target, the information about the target, its position of the target, indicates as a bright light. Now, if you want to target a aircraft is made of metal, right? So if you are collecting the means those signals, whatever goes there will be reflected back without loss. Then the light that you find it here as a green dot, which is showing here, is a bright light. But if the target that is been where I'm sending my signal to detect the target, lot of mountains are there, rivers are there, trees are there, tall trees are there, and the aircraft is moving in the same line of the mountain, then what will happen? Still reflection is happening. The radar is able to receive all the, or I should say antenna is able to receive all the signals that has reflected back. back from trees, back from mountains, back from the aircraft. Then how to identify that whatever I have received, which is my actual target, which is the aircraft. That all happens based on this spot that you can see here. This spot is giving entire information about the target. If it is a mountain, naturally, after signal has reflected, it will disperse, because mountain is not a smooth marble mountain, right? It is having a lot of rocks. And when the light strikes there, or I should say the waves strike there, it will get dispersed. It will get reflected in various directions. So when it is received back, naturally the strength of the signal will be weak. Same way with water, same way with tree. Lot of energy will also be absorbed by these natural products, natural this whatever we are having. And metal is something which will be reflecting everything back. So based on the brightness of this spot, also we can identify that we have received information from what. Is it the target? Is it a tree? Is it a mountain? It's a river. So that is how we are able to trace the metal targets. Got it? So various information that we can get is about the target. As we said, one example I have given just now, that based on how much data we are receiving, we get an idea about what type of object is it. Then range, that is distance of target from the antenna. Then at what angle it is being placed. What is the size of the target, with what speed the target is moving. Is it coming towards us or it is going away from us? And how does that target looks like? What is the shape of that target? And lot of information still we can gather from the uh, what we have received. Now this radar is, how does it work? It works actually on the principle of that mammal bat. How does a bat, we say that bat doesn't have eyes, but still it is able to detect its prey and it goes and exactly catches that prey. How does it work? Basically, the this your bat, that mammal bat, sends a very high frequency, and this frequency, when it strikes to that particular animal and comes back, based on what it has received, it gets an idea about exactly same information. How far it is there, that is range, at what angle it is placed, then what is the size of that animal, is it running towards the bat or it's going away from bat, and what may be approximately shape or size of that particular animal. On based on that, it can get an idea. Okay, say it's moving away from that bat, then it gets an idea. Okay, after this, if I fly from here, I will be able to catch at this particular location, because animal is moving in that direction. So actually, based on whatever it has received in a form of echo, it is able to detect its prey. Same way radar also works. Now, if you can see here in the picture, that whatever radar is sending, see, radar is sending in all directions. And when the target approaches, whatever it has received from the target, based on that information, radar will give the idea about all the specifications of that particular target. So this is how the radar works. Now, when you talk about radar, as we say, it is basically radio detection and ranging. So first thing comes is the frequencies that we are using is very high frequency. They are mostly radio frequencies, electromagnetic waves, and based on the received reflected back waves, or we can say received echoes, we are going to detect the details about the target. Now here it is used for multiple purpose. You must have seen in many places radar is there. And basically what we are using is in ATC building, that is controlling the air traffic onto the airports. There continuously information is being shared about the position of the aircraft, what is the speed, and based on that only the aircraft lands or takes off, because then it gets an idea that another aircraft is so far from me. Even lot of things you will get the information about the aircraft, if it from, even if it starts from one location and goes to another destination, entire information is being received by the ETC, this air traffic controllers. And that's the reason when you say some incident happens, some accident happens, immediately the air traffic control comes to know, because since they are continuously in communication with the pilot and they get the information. And how does this all happen? It all happens on the data received by radars. Then even the same thing is been followed for ship safety, because if ships are of huge size, it's not very easy to turn, uh, or turn, just take a U-turn. And also you have to take care, just like aircraft, that it should not knock down with another ship. So for that, a distance should be maintained between both ships, just like aircrafts. So all that information is continuously being sent and received by the ship controllers and um, the people who are receiving and sending the information. Then sensing the remote places. Now, if you see, to know that where the mines are there, where which material is there, we can see depending upon what kind of application it is there, the waves are being used and accordingly the data is being received. So it can be used for air traffic, for ship traffic, for finding out mines, minerals, and also we know it's already there in the military applications. And even on the traffic road, you can even see that in highways, these small radars have been placed to detect the speed of the vehicle. If it is saying 80 kilometer per hour should be there, and when the vehicle crosses, immediately the received signal will tell what was the speed of that vehicle, and immediately the traffic police will come to know. Nowadays, even above the traffic stand that we are having, where all three lights are there, there also radars have been placed to monitor the traffic speed. So there are many various applications where the radar is being used. Few of them were this. So then, on what basis the radar works? Radar basically has three things. One is one transmitter who sends the signal, one who receives the signal, and also a medium through which the signals are being shared. Okay. Now, here, as we said, radar is an acronym for radio detection and ranging. This mostly comes as multiple choice questions, and it can actually identify the range. Range means the distance between the your antenna and the target. Then how high the target is, altitude. Then direction and speed, both for moving and fixed objects. And as we said, it is used for various terrains, and whether if information for motor vehicles, ships, aircraft, multiple uses are there for radar. And basically, it works that it has a principle that after sending the signal and after it has received the echo of that first signal, then only it sends the signal for the next pulse. So based on that, the entire radar works, where after sending the signal, it has to wait for it to receive the signal. But everything happens so fast that we don't even come to know. And the quick information and up to mark information about the target is been received. And same thing bat also does. That's the reason it directly goes and catch holds its prey, because it has that idea. Continuously, it keeps generating the frequency and continuously it keeps receiving also, so it gets an idea about the movement of the its prey. And same thing a radar also does. So it's all based on sending signal and receiving signal together. We get the all the information about the target. Now, as we know, it works on microwave frequencies and radio frequencies, and a very high frequencies it is being used. So those frequency only are being useful for the radar communication. Now, there are many more things that we need to know about it, that radar needs to be grounded very well, right? Or antenna should be grounded. That you must have studied in previous sem also, that the grounded antenna gives a better result. And we get the entire information, the time, how far, the speed, everything about the target. Now, we know that how does, now we have seen that we have an antenna, which is sending the signal. Now, if you are sending a signal and we know where is the target, we prefer to go with the unidirectional waves, high frequency waves. If we don't know where is the target, we are just going ahead, like I said, depending upon the application, we are going to use the frequencies. Now, if the application is you just have to randomly get idea about anything that comes in that sphere of a radar range, then you will be sending the omnidirectional waves, or you can say you can use the isotropic antenna. Now you know that you have already studied about isotropic antenna, where we say that the signal is being sent in all directions, whereas in unidirectional it is sent only in one direction. Uni means one. Now, here in the picture you can see a signal is being sent towards the target, that is a transmitted pulse. Then echo pulse is generated after reflecting from the target and is received by the antenna, and that information further is being processed. Now, there are few terms that comes in picture. First is range. Range is basically the distance between antenna and the target. Now, what we said, how we are identifying how far it is, how to identify the range, how to find out the distance, it's all based on the data we have received. So first your waves have traveled towards the target, then it got reflected and it was again traveled back to the antenna. And then the antenna has received. That means distance has traveled is twice, one for going and one for coming back. So when you talk about range, you always talk about speed of light with respect to into time divided by 2. You know the reason too? Because we are traveling both to and fro time, because after that only we get the entire information about the target. So both distances has to be seen. So the range will be basically distance from antenna to target and target back to antenna. Then we call it as a range. So it's range. To calculate range, what we do it by 2, to and fro both. So here, as we discussed, we are talking about to find out the range. What we have done, we are sending a pulse, right, a pulse which has been transmitted towards the target. Then that pulse has been received. Now the pulse, after we have received it, then only we send the next pulse. So basically what happens, the pulse is transmitted, reflected back, and then next pulse is being sent. So when you talk about radar range measurement, all these factors will come in picture. So the formula is made with all these terms used. Okay. Now, when we talk about sending any waves into the space, we know that always there are the factors that reduce the strength of a signal. So what are those factors basically that affects the information that is being received or affects the echo signal? One is atmospheric attenuation. Attenuation means decrease in the strength of a signal. How it happens when you send from the transmitter, it has traveled a particular distance, reflected from the target, and again traveled a particular distance. In that, what happened? Because of atmospheric layers, because of pollution, or because of some molecules present in the air or in the space, which absorbs these kind of signals, the strength of the signal weakens. So we call it as atmospheric attenuation. Then comes when it is received by the earth. Now we know after striking the target, after getting reflected, the waves are coming back. Now while sending the, you know that you are sending either in omnidirectional or you are sending in the unidirectional. But after reflecting from the target, we know it will not come straight to us. It will disperse in all direction, and part of that reflected waves are being received by the antenna. So when it is received by the antenna, naturally what will happen? Some will also fall left and right, across the antenna. So after falling onto the earth, these waves get reflected and some of them comes back to antenna. So this surface, the reflected waves from the earth's surface are also received in antenna and also becomes a part of the output. So naturally there is a phase difference because when it is directly received by the antenna and after reflecting, if it is getting received, the difference is always there. A small little variation will be there. So that also acts as a noise or as a attenuation to the strength of a signal. Then, of course, we know that Earth is not straight; it's sphere. So, if you're sending some ground waves onto the sphere, onto the Earth's surface, then naturally, lot of attenuation will happen, because first thing is your shape of the Earth is not straight; it is spherical. So, and light cannot move with the sphere; it will always travel straight. So, there the loss of signal may happen, and also because of the all the objects present onto the Earth, they absorb the signal. And then we have atmospheric refraction. Yes, when it is going towards the target and coming back from target, naturally different layers of atmosphere are there. And these layers create lot of refraction in these waves. That also leads to the attenuation. So this is how what happens when the waves travel towards the target and are received back by the antenna.